Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Gemmy unreleased life size. This is for 2015, 16, or 17. I think it's 16. This is a bobblehead, if you will, life size animated skeleton mummy. This character is very similar to the 2015 Skeleton Butler, and kind of like Evelyn from the Skeleton Couple, but most similarly, it is similar to the Reaper that the Happy Dude 26 owns. Now this item is earlier than that one, and in fact it is so early that the head is solid resin. Amongst the resin, it also has different teeth and just an overall look to it in general. It's like the 2015 Skeleton Butler in that the head is attached to a spring. However, this one is a much more sturdy design with a old clipping like leg connector, like pole connector that the spring is attached to. Overall, the design of this guy is very strange. It's just a black kind of robe with gauze on it, but he has this kind of charm to him that I wasn't really expecting. This guy was slowly obtained over time. At first, it was just his head, hands, and tray, and then a couple years later, literally, the body was obtained, and different people had different parts, and it was all put together finally into one piece. This guy needed a lot of repair. His head is very thin resin except for the jaw itself. So there was clay that was put up. There's all sorts of stuff that was done. And frankly, I can see why this guy had such a destroyed, shattered head, because if I literally just do this, then he just rocks and rocks for almost about a minute. And if I, God forbid, bump into him, then he just goes and goes. So that, combined with the fact that his base is really small, you can see it compared to the Santa base there, I think that is why the head was so obliterated. But thankfully, a lot of the fabric pieces were still hanging around him, and that was all put together. It's a very cursed look. You can see there's the spring, and I was very anxious to reassemble this at first because of the fact that this was so brittle and fragile, and there's this big spring it's hanging off of. But thankfully, it seems to be sturdy enough. It has unique audio to it. I've never heard this anywhere else. And that's about it for this guy. He has this weird trimmy button that was at one point glued to his wrist, but it still has the same large jack. It's that battery module with the really good sound. But without further ado, let's get some of these phrases going here.
Help me. These streets are moving. Look behind you. Help me. These streets are moving.
Yeah, that's about all he does. It's very random. It's very thrown together. It honestly just feels like a last second, let's see if that'll do something for us kind of build. But at the same time, he has this weird amount of charm to him. I think it's just, I don't know, I can't really pinpoint it. The audio is obviously Steve Ross. It's obviously him just reading off the piece of paper, but it kind of has its own uniqueness to it in a way. But yeah, it's a really neat piece. I'm glad that it is in one solid condition once again. I'm amazed, frankly, given the condition this guy was found in, but he shall live on for years to come. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.